Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel Caitlin Can, where I learn something new every week. My name is Caitlin, and this week we're learning how to yoga. For this week's challenge, I am hoping to try out 4 or 5 different instructors and just kind of compare them and see what works for me. In the past, I've tried to do yoga before. Dan does yoga almost every day. He's pretty talented at it. He can do a headstand, and it's kind of making me jealous because I can't even touch my feet. So I kind of want to be able to just become more flexible because it just feels better when you can touch your toes, get that circulation going with your blood flow. It makes you a bit stronger, so I'd like to tone up my muscles, and it gives you something to do. I've been a real couch potato lately, and if the couch is right there and the yoga mat is right there, there's no excuse. I can do yoga from home. So I'm going to try out different instructors from YouTube so that it's accessible for everybody. So if you're interested in trying yoga, I will put the links below of the instructors and their videos that I'm using this week, and maybe you can even follow along. Today I will be starting with Yoga with Adriene. I have done her videos before, but not like a full yoga flow that we're going to do today. I have done her yoga for migraines and her yoga for runners. So pretty short, more like meditation, more like stretching kind of activities, not really just full purpose is yoga. But before we begin, I forgot to mention that I wanted to do this challenge because I was scrolling through my phone and I noticed that a bunch of articles were coming up that during COVID-19 pandemic, with everybody being at home, people have been trying out yoga more and feeling a lot better. So it's good for your physical health and your mental health. So I want to try it out this week and see if I feel any better physically and mentally. So let's get started. Everything keeps popping. Alright, so here's my review of Yoga with Adriene. She had a very calming voice the entire time. There was no awkward silences. She walked you through every single pose and pretty thorough. You didn't have to look at the screen because she was so good with her words on like where do you put your head, where do you put your arms, where do you put your feet. But I still looked because I'm a visual learner and nothing was too repetitive, and it was about 40 minutes long, I believe, 40, maybe more than that, and it didn't feel like that, and I usually don't like to work out for that long. It wasn't really that much of a workout. Like I said, it was a beginner video, but it was good. I enjoyed it. Only cons were that every bone in my body popped, but that's nothing on Adriene, that's on me. That's my review. I would give it, I think, a good 5 out of 5, if we're gonna rank them. Yeah, I can see why she is the most popular instructor on YouTube. Welcome to my porch.
Today's yoga session is brought to you by
Dying plants. No makeup. Greasy hair. With special guest, Food Baby. But for real, today's yoga session is going to be by Purple Valley Ashtanga Yoga, and it is led by Deepika Mehta. And Ashtanga yoga is different than Vinyasa yoga, which I think is what Yoga with Adriene is. I don't really know the difference. I googled it, and Ashtanga yoga basically is just more physically demanding. So I thought, why not do it outside on my porch in the 93-degree weather? That should be fun. Let's get started. Alright, let's get into this review. First of all, I just want to state a fact. It was a yoga session that wasn't full of different kinds of stretches, just a very few amount of stretches, and you held them for a really long time, which was much different than yesterday's yoga session with Yoga with Adriene. And so I don't know if that's a pro or a con, so I'm just stating that as a fact. And now into the pros and cons. Pros, we have the instructors were very informative and knowledgeable about yoga and what stretches to do and what they do for you and your health. And they were also passionate about all of that information, and you could tell. Cons. For me, it was a lot of talking. I don't know if it was the specific video that I chose. I chose an everyday's essentials video, so it kind of was a talk through of what stretches you should do every single day, and maybe if somebody watched it multiple times they would memorize it, and that would be good for them if they just did it all in a row. But it was basically, you did the stretch, held it for a long time, then you paused and sat down and talked about the next stretch, and I just felt like I was just sitting down for most of the video and listening, or I even got kind of bored at one point and I stood up and I did my own little stretches and I popped my back. Another con for me would be that there weren't a lot of different variations of stretches, and the stretches that were chosen for me as a beginner felt a little difficult, and that again might just be based off of the video that I chose. I thought I chose a good video to start with from this channel, but maybe I should have done a little bit more research. Overall, if you're interested in this type of yoga, the Ashtanga yoga, then I would definitely give this channel a look-sees. They have hundreds of videos, it seems like, and actually more than one instructor. So you can find your own favorite instructor, your own favorite videos, and try it out from there. But based off of this video, my ability in yoga, and in my preferences of life, I gave this session of yoga a 3 out of 5 stars. Alrighty, today we are doing yoga with Tim. I'm actually doing one of his older videos on the channel Yoga Dose because they have a beginner's tutorial with multiple days, and we are starting with day 1, total body yoga workout. And I actually have a special guest today. My husband Dan is joining me because Tim is the instructor he follows every day. So he's going to show me the ropes on how he does his yoga. And you can also see and compare where he's at versus where I'm at. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting. Yeah. He's trying to trick me into doing push-ups, but I'm not falling for it. Alrighty, so we finished that up. It was definitely more of a workout feel than the previous instructors I was working with. So he had a lot of faster movements and harder movements in a sense. I don't know if it's because of my flexibility ability or what, but Dan was much better at all of the moves than I was. He was even changing some of them up for more advanced. I kept asking him, why are your hands facing that way? They're wrong. And he said, it's more of the advanced version. So that was cool. But he has been following Tim for quite a while, I think over a year. But it was really fun. Some pros. Tim talked you through every single move. It was a shorter video, so that was a pro as well. It was about 20 minutes versus the other videos I've been watching are around 40 minutes long. And the pro was I got to do this one with Dan. And the cons were it was a workout, and I didn't really want to work out. I wanted to kind of just stretch. I don't know if I'm allowed to have one or the other, or if it always comes in both. But it felt like more of a workout. I definitely broke a sweat. Is that a saying? Anywho, I would rate this a 4 out of 5. It would have been higher if it didn't burn. All right, everybody. I am about to do my final yoga session for the week. I am doing Arianna Elizabeth's bedtime yoga. It's not bedtime. However, I'm gonna do this and then take a nap. I put on some, I don't know if it's an essential oil or what, or if it's just perfume called Deep Relax. I think it said aromatherapy, Deep Relax. And I put it on my neck and my wrists, and it smells really good right now. So I'm about to get relaxed. Arianna uses a pillow on the floor to do her yoga session for this video. However, I wanted to change it up and do it on the bed. And I have a very, very firm bed, so I feel like it's gonna have the same effect. So let's get started. Y'all, I'm fangirling right now. And that is what yoga should be. Alright, so to rate Arianna's yoga, I know for everybody else I chose a beginner yoga that I found for all of them, but and I was looking for a beginner video for Arianna, I came across this bedtime one, and I was like, let me give that a try. So that's the one I chose, and it was amazing. I feel so relaxed. I'll just move into the pros and cons right now. Pros. Her voice is so soothing and so calm, and she walks you through everything step by step. I didn't even have to look at the video, and the movements are easy. There were some movements I haven't heard of before, done before, but still she walks you through them. Oh, it was so wonderful, and it's just a journey, and she just has positive affirmations as you go along, and you just feel good about your day going into your night. It was really great. Cons, none. Rating is 5 out of 5 stars. You know what? Scratch that. 10 out of 10. I'm changing the scores. Overall, for this whole week, what I have learned is that there is so many different yogas out there and so many different instructors. You can do it for your physical health. You can do it to become more flexible. I did not achieve that in a week. You can do it to relax. You can do it to meditate, to get your mind in a more positive zone. There's so many things you can do with it, and I can see why there's a trend of yoga skyrocketing right now during these crazy times. And if you just need some time out of your day to relax, unwind, or just get your endorphins, serotonin, or whatever those things are in your head going, then definitely try to find an instructor. There is one for everybody if you go onto YouTube. There are so many different instructors, and there's got to be one for you. Thank you for watching my video, and if you have an idea for what I should learn next, please leave it in the comments below. And with that said, my name is Caitlin, and I know how to yoga. If I can do it, so can you. I'll see you next Tuesday.